I've got a really important question for you. When you're getting on an airplane, do you want the pilot who has years and years of training to fly the plane? Or do you want the guy with no experience who watched a YouTube video on airplanes who is just asking questions to fly the plane? So, do you want the trained pilot or some rando with a YouTube account? Seems like a slam dunk, right? But here's the problem. What if the trained pilot was taught to fly the plane straight into the ground? And you see, this is exactly how doctors are trained. They don't think critically. They follow orders. And this tweet, it shows exactly why that's dangerous. Before we go any further, if you're interested in carnivore, you're doing carnivore, and you're also tired of the BS from the medical system, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss a video. I talk to real people getting real results and expose how broken the system is. So, this doctor thinks he's making a genius point. Trust the trained professional, not the guy asking questions. But let's break it down. Imagine every pilot was trained that in an emergency, you point the nose down to go up. Doesn't matter how many years of training or experience they have, if the training is flawed, the result is still a disaster. So, if the trained expert is following bad training, do you still trust them just because they've got a degree? This is how medicine works today. Doctors aren't troubleshooters. They're technicians following step by step guidelines written for them by people who have an agenda. Got diabetes? Take a pill. Crippling joint pain? Take a pill. High blood pressure? Take a pill. Good job. They don't ask why, they don't debug the problem. Just slap a prescription on it and move on. Imagine you're driving and your GPS tells you to turn right. But when you start to turn, you realize, oh, there's no road. That's a cliff. Now, a thinking person would say to themselves, wait, there's no road. I need to stop. But the blind follower would say, well, my GPS said so, so I guess it's okay. This is exactly what happens in medicine. Doctors aren't trained to ask, does this make sense? They're trained to follow the system, even though the system is completely broken. Now, before I go any further, of course, I'm not talking about all doctors. There are good doctors out there, especially in the keto and carnivore space. Doctors who actually listen and think for themselves. These are doctors that help people get off pills rather than just handing out prescriptions. But to be real, they are the exception. Anyone can be educated. You can sit in a classroom for years. You can pass every test, but if you can't think for yourself, that education is useless. Doctors love to tell you how much training they have. But what good is that training if all you've been taught is to follow orders? And this is why more and more people are waking up. The medical system isn't designed to debug your health. The medical system isn't designed to find root causes. It's designed to keep doctors inside a script. And that script fails people every single day. The proof is right there in front of us, but they keep doubling down on their broken training. So let me ask you, who would you trust? The expert trained by a system designed to fail, or the person who actually figured it out? And you can discover exactly how we got here by checking out this video next.